So we're talking about Liverpool's strength in depth, or maybe lack of it. Player linked with them, in the last day or two, depending when you listen to this now, and linked with Spurs, is Wolves winger, attacker, Adama Traore. Speedster, built like an absolute brick house.
Great advertisement for Baby Earl.
Yeah. Not good to have on your fantasy team. I had him last year, did nothing for me. I think he had one assist all last season or something.
Oh, yeah,
shocking.
Last season,
awful.
But yeah, interesting one. Like, what do you reckon? Do you reckon he deserves a move? Do you reckon he benefits? I mean, those teams.
I think one manager, like Klopp's done really well with his players. Obviously Mane was not the player, or Salah. They're both decent, but Klopp developed them so much. And everyone's scared of Traore. Just like when you come up against Wolves, you think Traore, if he's on it today, he could literally dance past your whole team and just shrug off your biggest centre-back. So I think, I can't see the Liverpool move, but I could imagine Klopp developing really well.
I was going to say, I don't think, after he didn't have a great season last season, I don't really want him there. After the season previous to that, when there was speculation last transfer window, I was a bit like, it wouldn't be bad having him there, but because he did have quite a poor season, I wouldn't want to take, like, if I was doing the signings for Liverpool, I wouldn't want to take the risk on a player like that. I know, like you said, Klopp can develop people, but is it really worth putting that time and effort into a player who didn't have a great last season? We can get someone in who's been consistently good for the last couple of seasons and then developing even better.
Yeah, I think he'll always be that player who just has no end product. I think he's just one of them.
Like Dan James.
Yeah.
But I think he is actually stronger or more linked to Spurs than Liverpool.
Yeah, he is.
At the moment, he is 100%. But I reckon if he goes to Liverpool, I don't think he would take Jota's spot straight away. Like, I reckon he would be a backup for Jota. Like, I don't think he'd be a starting team. But apparently, the bids that are going in for him, Wolves are trying to get 40 million for him.
They were asking for a lot more 2 seasons ago. I remember
they were, wasn't it? It was 80, it was like double that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But with Spurs as well, again, there's this whole question of, if Kane goes, who's going to, obviously someone would be the main guy, but then who would fill that spot? The thing is, obviously we mentioned about Lucas being hot and cold and Bergwijn passion. I remember you saying you weren't really sold on Bergwijn, even though he was pretty class on the weekend. I could see him fitting in Spurs a bit more. Like, just to get the ball up the top of the pitch and then try and get Son in. Do I mean, I think you'd have more of an impact at Spurs, but Spurs could do with it. Even though they played really well, I think they would take it. Any decent player at the moment. So
and the Nuno link, you can't deny the Nuno link. But then he didn't do that great last season under Nuno, which is why I'm like, I don't know. It's not like he bagged 20 goals and assists last season as well, and he's like,
I don't think anyone
saved
did
his
well,
career.
No,
that's the issue.
And I think Jimenez being out as well might have just hindered his performance a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then I've seen some of the memes and stuff, and it's funny. But imagine, if Tottenham kept Kane and they signed Traore, and imagining Kane picking up the ball from the halfway line and just pinging it to Son or Traore or Bergwijn or Mora or Ali, whoever's on the pitch. Like, if he's going to do well in a team, you think having Kane, putting it on a plate, you might see a better Traore for sure.
If you've seen some of Traore's just highlights and you didn't watch football that much, you probably think he's one of the best footballers in the world, because some of the runs he goes on, he's so fast and so powerful, and he literally leaves players left for dead. But then there's so many times you've seen it where he gets it and then he just misses the goal altogether. And I think he will just always be that player. I think he always will.
Bro, if he was running straight at me, I would fucking shit myself. Like, big time. Do I mean? I just let him run past.
He should be in the NFL, should he? Or play rugby, because him as a fullback or something like that would be scary.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Ronaldo might be on the move.
Another player linked to Tottenham.
Like, I would be heartbroken if he went to any other Premier League team.
Yeah.
Like, it would ruin me.
Would you take him back?
Fuck guy. Absolutely.
I don't think he goes City. I think he loves United too much. I think
Bro,
he loves I think he loves Sir Alex too much. I don't think he goes back to City.
So the talk was that his agent Mendes offered him to City. That's what's the talk. And when you think about it, I like to think he's too loyal to United. But I think if they're just like, look, we'll pay you this much. They're going for Champions League. You never know. There's not much loyalty these days. Imagine if they couldn't get Kane right and they just slapped down a bit of money for Ronaldo. Imagine the amount of goals he would score. I know we've been saying Ings, Harry Kane. Imagine Ronaldo just in that 6-yard box, 8-yard box, just chilling there. The amount of goals would be ridiculous.
What, he's going to play in a rotated squad. Do we really think?
Exactly. I don't think it'll happen.
All right, I'm just... you were just saying this, so I'm just going at you. But,
I get defensive. It's not going to happen.
I honestly, I get the loyalty thing, and the stats would be ridiculous if it was in that team. But, I can't see him. I feel like Pep likes to train his players to play in a certain way. And I don't know. I know he's professional and everyone says how professional he is, but I can't see him tweaking his game at this stage or playing the football to do you know what I mean? I think United could. It's difficult because they've got Cavani. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If United didn't have Cavani, I'll be sure. I think PSG, if you know what I mean, if that's the go-to club now.
They took Galactico and they like Real Madrid.
Can you imagine Messi?
Yeah. One thing I just so quickly, sorry, just before we go past it, I think if they didn't go for Messi, they're not going to go for Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? Messi was free. If they didn't go for Messi, they're not going to go for Ronaldo. I can see Ronaldo at PSG because it sounds like Mbappe just wants to go for some reason. I have no idea why he wants to go Madrid, which maybe free up Ronaldo going over there. It'll be stupid though, wouldn't it?
It'd be ridiculous. Our team. It's bad enough as it is at the moment. But
the thing,
like they
right?
said, he's not moving this. He's definitely not moving this season. Like he's pretty well. Let's go. Juventus owners already pretty much confirmed saying no, he's not going anywhere this season. But he's a free agent. Is it at the end of this season anyway? So it all depends.
And that's when no one's losing Cavani. Cavani's going next season.
But that's something. Why not put a bid in for him this year then? If Man United really want him, why not bid this year?
Because we're just getting for free next year.
Yeah, he will. I know it's Ronaldo and he's made by the gods, but he will be 37, which is ridiculous.
Bro, he'll play until he's 40, man, at least.
It's United. United love an old player, an old striker. Yeah. Ollie, Henrik Larsson, Michael Owen. Do you know what I mean? They love an old striker. And
Radamel Falcao.
Exactly.
Fucking awful for us.
Cavani, Ibra. I think they'll make an excuse for Cristiano, and they can basically buy him now for 20-25 mil. That's what Juve want, I think. They want 25 mil if they're going to sell him now. And then obviously get free in the next summer. But the selling on fee would be massive. But the shirt sales, do you know what I mean? It's one of those transfers, just like Messi, where even though you're going to pay him a load, he gets the money back.
Yeah.
So I don't think United will buy Ronaldo whilst they have Cavani. But at the end of the season, or January, they agree a deal.
If we're going to get him, it'd have to be next year because I think he's already said that he would play his last season at Sporting. So whenever that would be, I think you could probably go to another club before that happens, and I hope it is. It's like imagine that return would be class, wouldn't it? Like it'll be up there with a madness. So I mean, I'd probably cry myself. I got to be honest, I probably would.
What if you went to Sporting?
No, if you came back to United first.
I was going to say, mate, I couldn't care less if you went to Sporting.
Oh, yeah, no.
Then you know Yoki's a big Sporting fan. He loves him. He loves it.
Another team to back on the ACCA on the weekend, but apart from that, I couldn't care less.
No, I mean to United, like it would be massive. I think it would be a huge event. Like it'd be huge.
Yeah, it'd be huge. That's what I mean. I think his connection to United. I would be shocked if he went City.
Yeah,
and I think United though, there's definitely a chance. Definitely a big chance.
Thanks for listening to VARguably the best football podcast. Now, don't forget to follow us and like us on all social media platforms to keep up to date with the latest football news.